Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Sorry about that, adjusting the camera. Today I have another beer from OEC, and that's generally what I call them. That's what most people call them because their full name is Ordinum Eccentrici Coctoris, which is not easy to pronounce. But anyways, I think I've done a few reviews of them on this channel. I'm pretty excited to do this one. This one is just called Coolship Saison. And, you know, if someone told me they canned in 12-ounce cans a Coolship Saison, I'd be like, oh my god, that sounds awesome. I want that. But then I also found out that there's grains of paradise, coriander, and black peppercorns, which is kind of what you see in like saisons, like American saisons that are made from breweries that don't know what they're doing. They just throw in spices to make it like taste spicy, which is odd. So that kind of worries me, but I have a ton of faith in these guys, so I think it's probably, I'm expecting it to still be pretty good. It says our Coolship Saison is brewed with barley, spelt, and wheat, along with oats and hops, spiced Coolship using grains of paradise, coriander, and black peppercorns. Meant to be refreshing and thirst quenching after a hard day's work, our Saison combines a touch of acidity and lots of citrus character. So, it does. Given the description, I will say that it sounds interesting, and it says. I also think it's interesting on the can logo. It says unfiltered, unpasteurized, and bottle condition. I'm guessing that's just their general tagline for everything, but it's just funny to see that because this isn't in a bottle. Maybe it's can condition, but anyway, so this is also 5.2 ABV. Crack it open and see what we got. Sorry, the top of the can fell out of the fridge earlier, so it kind of got dented on it. So it was interrupting the can opening properly. Make sure I didn't cut myself on the lip of that can. Yeah, even though it has that stuff in it, I have the utmost expectations that this is going to be good because everything I've had from them has been lights out impressive. So, sorry, my dogs are just being goofy. As you can see, it pours a pretty cloudy. I mean, I wouldn't call it hazy like an IPA, but it's a pretty cloudy, dark straw to golden color with a really minimal white head. Man, that smells so good. That smell. I think. I mean, I do think the description was right. It has. It really does smell like something that's open fermented, but there is like a nice citrusy component to it. There's definitely, you can tell this is like a mixed culture blend, and that. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I was trying to read the description on the back of the can at the same time. You can tell that this is a mixed culture blend, and there's a lot going on in it. So I'm pretty excited to take a drink. Wow, that is another really good beer from these guys. That's so interesting. Like, I feel like this was made to be like a crowd pleaser for the masses almost. Because it, like, the first taste you get is like some really true wild mixed culture funk, but it dries off so incredibly quickly. Like, at least in my opinion, there's like no acidity to this at all, or whatever it is just like an impression of acidity based on the flavor from the yeast. And if there is any, it's gone like that. It finishes like almost like nothing, if that makes any sense. There's no lingering taste at all. It's really, but it's not dry in the sense that it's like really, like that it's not sweet. Not that it's overly sweet, but I mean it is flavorful. And I am getting those like those spices in there too, but they are pretty mild, and it's just, to me, it's just enough to like, I think it bolsters the beer, because if it didn't have that, then it would be like pretty dry, and I might like that even better, but I think most people probably wouldn't. I'll tell you another thing, like, so I got a can of this and a can of their oak-aged lager, which I've heard so many good things about. I'm really dying to do a review of that. I think I'm actually probably going to do it tomorrow. And then a 500 milliliter bottle of a blend they did with an Italian in a... I think it was Barifico, but I can't remember. An Italian brewer, and then also Hansen's from Belgium. So that sounds great. It's like a blend of Kriek, Druven, and then like, I don't even remember what the third fruit is, but I don't think it's currants. I want to say it was cassis, but I don't think it's currants. I can't remember what the third fruit is. But between all three of those, it was only $29. I mean, I know they're cans, but I'm assuming that the bottle was $20, and then the cans between the two were like $9. But you know, you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, a can for $4.50. That's not that cheap. That's pretty standard now. But a can of a mixed culture saison for $4.50 is cheap as hell. So. And I know it's only a 12 ounce, but still, it's really cheap. And I really, really looking forward to the oak-aged lager too. So these guys honestly came out of nowhere for me. I had heard from one of my good friends, I had heard one or two good things about them, but other than that, like, that was enough to get me to try them. But outside of him, I really have not heard anyone talking about them. And every single beer I've had has been fantastic. And I'm blown away by how good some of their stuff is. And like I said, talking about price, I found someone who, I haven't opened it yet either, so I can't even comment on the beer itself. But I had someone send me a magnum of one of their mixed culture beers. It was like $36 for a magnum. So I mean, they're not only are they doing really great stuff, but the price is absolutely right. I need to contact the guy who sent me this so I can get more, but I gotta go. My camera's running out, so this is definitely a buy for me. Please like, comment, subscribe, and let me know